Welcome back, everybody. This is Wings of Wax, and we are playing more Slay the Spire. So, yeah, last time, we had a silent run that got to the heart, and I feel like there were a couple of, small decisions that made us lose. That's what I remember, at least, of it. So we're back to play more on the silent, and we'll see what we can do here. See if we can get a W. What do we get for choices? Let's see. Obtain a random rare card. Not a bad choice. Obtain 3 potions. Also pretty good. Choose a rare card, but we get a curse. I need to look at the map. That's not the map. So if we get a curse, we do have a shop. Let's see. We do have to fight through a couple of layers of enemies if we want to do that. Let's see. What's a good path? I'd like to be able to get to elites if I possibly can. This is actually a pretty good elite to be able to get to because there's a campfire right before it. Not opposed to trying to go this way. That way we have the option, if we think we have full health by the time we get to this question mark, we can potentially try to fight this. If not, we can go up this path, be able to try to regenerate back up to close to full health on this one, and then hit a shop right after. So why don't we tend to go this way, which means we get these 3 choices. I think I want to be able to fight 3 enemies early on, because typically the first 3 fights you have are pretty weak, and then any ones after that, you start to get a little more dangerous. Like you start to get the more of the multi enemies, like the gremlin mobs and stuff like that pop up in 5s. There's more slimes that pop up in groups of 5, which are kind of difficult to be able to deal with and not take too much damage. So I think going up this way is actually the best case for us. So let's see. If we go that way, do we want to take a curse? I don't think we do. So do we take a rare card or we take 3 potions? Both are pretty good, but a random rare card could lead us into a direction, and I'm kind of leaning towards that, but could also just give us garbage. I think we give it a shot. We get burst again, which is what we had last time, so that's fine. Maybe we can actually start to go for a poison route then, or I guess poison. We're looking to either go in the direction of either poison or go in the direction of the Shiv deck. So I do think we Survivor here and get rid of the Defend. And I think we just want to prevent as much damage as possible dealt to us, so that seems like a reasonable choice this turn. Burst isn't really going to do too much for us, but we have a Neutralize, and we can still deal 12 damage this turn. So that's actually a really good turn for us. I will take that. I'd like to be able to deal more damage to you, but unfortunately, you didn't give us 3 strikes there. Okay, so I think we just full block this turn because we... Whoops, not wrong one. Just because we can't actually get through this armor unless we want to take damage. So we're just going to full up block here. Yeah, this is how it's going to roll, huh? We're going to just keep getting more block cards. I mean, we haven't taken damage yet, so I can't really complain. Same thing again this turn. Just block up. I don't want to take any damage if I don't have to. And thankfully, you're dead. So there we go. What do we got? Footwork is always going to be good. Cloak and Dagger is more if we're going for the Shiv deck, but we don't necessarily know if we're going to be going for that yet. I would say that Cloak and Dagger does work out pretty nicely still with Burst, but I think Footwork is the safest pick here and probably slightly stronger than the Cloak and Dagger, but Cloak and Dagger is really good. Quick Slash is fine, but I don't think we need Quick Slash right away. Yeah, let's just try to deal as much damage as possible. Hopefully we get something that's like poison that's a skill, because that would be nice to be able to burst every once in a great while. Please, game. Alright, we're off to a pretty good start. Haven't taken any damage yet. We can go for the Footwork here. Be able to go for the Survive, take no damage. And it makes us that way we're basically just not going to take any damage against this enemy, so that's... I say that, but then we actually just kill him, so it doesn't matter. Perfecto. Let's see. Cloak and Dagger again, Flying Knee, and Dodge and Roll. Huh. Burst and dodge and roll actually work out pretty well as cloak and dagger. I think cloak and dagger is slightly better than dodge and roll though. Flying knee is a really good attack. And I'm actually tempted to go for the flying knee just because we don't really have a lot of aggression at the moment. So being able to take down elites, I think flying knee will help us out. Especially against like Gremlin Mob and Gremlin Knob, is that his name? The fire giant looking thing from, it looks like RuneScape. Casting skills is actually painful against stuff like that. So I think we go for the flying knee here. And yep, let's keep continuing down this path. So we have the matching 1,000 cuts piercing whale. So we can pick up a piercing whale. I think that was this one, right? Great. That's actually reasonable. Jack of all trades. I actually don't want jack of all trades. Neutralize. Which one was neutralize? It wasn't this one, so it must be this one. Okay. All right. We're off to a pretty good start. Double neutralize is pretty decent. I will accept that. I do think we actually go for a footwork here. And we can just put up a defend and being able to flying knee one of these. He's going to be boosting himself up for next turn to be able to attack. So I think we're going to try to take him out. He's trying to put a buff on himself this turn. So let's see. We can kill you. And we can at least put some pressure on you. Can't necessarily kill you this turn, but it doesn't matter which one we do. This will deal an extra 2 damage, so at least a strike will be able to take him out, since we're not weakened. I should have just cast 1 strike, but whatever. She's dead. Ooh, Crippling Cloud is actually fantastic. This is actually really good for burst, too. So these are both decent cards. I think that Consecrate gets better later on in the game. So like right now, it's not really worthwhile because we're not drawing too many extra cards. This is only really good on turn 1. Sneaky Strike is also really good, too, if we have at least 2 ways early on to be able to discard stuff to make this like a free 10 attack. You know, that's pretty good. But Crippling Cloud, I think, is the pick here because it is just a really good one for us. Let's see. Definitely go for a footwork so that we can prevent more damage over the course of this game. I think we'll just go for a survivor just because that actually blocks up. And we're going to flying knee. Who should we flying knee, though? He's going to buff himself. And unfortunately, when he dies, he puts vulnerable on me. I'm thinking we go after the slime. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct, but I do want to take out the slime before I get the vulnerable on me, so let's neutralize you so that we can prevent all the damage being dealt to us, and we'll just keep applying the pressure to the slime. Get out of here, slime. So the slime will be dead. We can burst and crippling, but I'm not sure if that's actually what we want here. I don't think Crippling Cloud is actually worth it because then we're going to be taking damage. So I'm going to kill him. And I'm just going to Piercing Wail to make sure we take no damage this turn. Sad that we couldn't actually go for the Crippling Cloud burst, but, you know, it just didn't make sense. Unfortunately, no attacks on that turn. We can kill you here. Perfect. What do we get? We get Dodge and Roll. Slice is not terrible either. Acrobatics is better later on in the game. It's not really good right now because we don't have the extra mana, and we also don't have too many 0 mana cards that we can take advantage of with it. So thinking Dodge and Roll might just be the better option. It also goes well with the burst too. So, and if we're leaning towards, I guess any direction, whether it's the Shiv deck or the Poison deck, we're going to want to be able to defend up too. And I do think that we got to upgrade a card. What do we want to upgrade? Crippling Cloud is fantastic. I think that's just the best option for now. I would consider going for the neutralizes because those are also really good, but I think Crippling Cloud takes priority over those. But I got my eye on you. Neutralizes. We're just never going to be able to cast like defends, I feel like, in this matchup. So, but I guess we do just get the footwork out. Why not? Why not? So unfortunately, he does not carry over this week, which is the downside of not upgrading the week. Do we just take the damage? Yeah, I can't afford because he's going to take. We're going to take more than 6 damage worth of hits if we go for that over the course of this. Crippling Cloud is actually reasonable here. weakening him for 2 turns and putting 7 poison. Yeah, it's worth the damage we're going to be taking. And obviously I've had choices to be able to go for this Blessing of the Forge. I just don't think it's really worthwhile just yet. We will neutralize you one more time here. And is it time to go for the dodge and roll and just put up our blocks this turn? I think it's worth at least the dodge and roll because it's only +2 strength for basically 12 block. I don't know if it's worth it for us to go for double defend here. He will be at 23. That's not really enough to kill you, but you'll also be at 23, so which means you'll be technically at 18. So we need 3 strikes to be able to kill you. Technically, we could find 3 strikes, but that would be rolling high, I feel like. That would be rolling high, yeah. You know what? I'm going to go for it. Just because we have the decks anyways. So we're going to take 4 here. Did not get the strikes. So, well, clearly we start with Flying Knee. We just have to put up one card to block this turn. Okay. We're good. We're good. So that was definitely worth it for that turn to be able to go for all those defends and give them the boost. Ooh, Adrenaline is really good. Blade Dance is also good too, though, but I think we just take Adrenaline because Adrenaline is actually just a legitimately good card. I would like to upgrade a card, please. Do I want to upgrade Neutralize or Adrenaline here? Like, we cast these more often, so I think that we end up going for that. We're at 40 HP. Man, I would like to be able to fight you, but I am concerned that we might die. We do have a campfire, a combat, and then a campfire right after. I think we can with Blessing of the Forge and Explosive Potion. We should be able to take out the elite here. Pantograph is pretty nice. Oh, man, I should have actually taken... No, Pantograph actually is better than taking the Sapphire Key there. Yeah, that was fine. Okay. I would like to be able to set up the Footwork and Crippling Cloud. So let's go for a Flying Knee, because it's not going to wake him up. It's only going to deal 8, which takes off the armor. He only wakes up when you deal him red hard damage. Goes up to 12. Oh my goodness. What the fluff? Let's go for the dodge and roll so we can protect ourselves. I mean, dodge and roll didn't matter there. Let's be fair. And we have to attack him on the following turn, which is fine. Hopefully we draw the Crippling Cloud. We did not. Did we get it from this? We got the Crippling Cloud. Nice. That's what I was hoping for. Dealing the damage here doesn't really matter. Just wondering if we upgrade here. He's going to wake up. Problem is you have 12 armor. That is so much armor. I feel like we need to put a boost on our strikes. So I need to have like a hand where I have like 3 strikes or 3 attacks in my hands for me to take full advantage of it. Like this turn. This is actually a good turn for Blessing of the Forge. Thank you. Let's go for the Flying Knee. Let's go for a strike. We can prevent damage if we want to here. That probably is worthwhile because we prevent all of his damage being dealt to us this turn. I realize we want to be very aggressive, but... yes. Yes. And I mean... Sure, we'll just cast all those because they prevent all the damage being dealt to us. Unfortunately, though, we're not really being aggressive, which kind of scares me here. Let's go for the dodge and roll. We don't have to go for the Piercing Wail. Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't paying attention to Ink Bottle, but Ink Bottle actually was really crucial there. I do remember we have the 10 damage potion too. I think we just have to be like super duper aggressive and just not worry about any of the damage being dealt to us this turn. I say that and then I'm like, dodge and roll, not bad, but I think we just have to be aggressive. We have more defense than we actually do attacks in our deck right now, so this would have been a nice turn for dodge and roll. carry over some, but that's okay. Man. I think we have to Survivor here. Man, oh man, oh man, this is not looking good. We just don't have enough aggression right now, which is part of the problem with taking all of those defensive cards. Yes, and yes. I mean, I could cast Piercing Wail so we stop drawing it too. That is... There's definitely an argument to be had there. All right, you're at 10. I need 3 strikes. We actually only needed 2. Do we take the leg sweep? It's very defensive. I actually am not sure if we take the leg sweep of the slice here. Like, you saw that we were missing out. We got Singing Bowl, by the way, too, which is a fantastic relic. Being able to choose to increase your max HP. Oh, boy. It's really good for us, to be honest. I feel like we already have enough defensive things going on that, like leg sweep is really good, though. Leg sweep is really good. I can't pass up on a leg sweep. Leg sweep is just a really good card. I don't know how many times I have to say really good, but neutralize, burst, dodge and roll. Be able to strike you. Let's go. All right, so we do have a leg sweep here, so we should probably use that. I do want to keep applying pressure, though. I could have actually just not done any of that, but we did it. Let's see if we can deal more damage to him this turn. And unfortunately, he's going to be trying to dip out, which I think he gets like 8 block here. Is that right? 6 block. Oh boy. Well, that'll do it. And I obviously didn't need to attack there, but going for the major BMs. I don't think we need a second Piercing Wail right away. It's good like later on in the game when there's creatures that attack multiple times or be able to reduce the strength and fog multiple enemies. So it's not a terrible choice. Slice and Defect is what it comes down to. If we don't want either of these, we can just go for a max HP. I'm not sure if either of them are really worthwhile at this point. Like, Deflect is good for being 0 mana. We just don't have a lot of card draw to fully take advantage of it. Like, all we have is Adrenaline right now. I think we just go for the max HP or we go for Slice then. Because clearly we're lacking in the offensive department, but I don't think Slice is what we're looking for. I would like to gain some HP, though, please. Okay. Sure. Let's go for the Adrenaline, see what we draw. Dodge and roll. Okay. Well, we have Crippling Poison to weaken you. Obviously, we have Double Neutralize, so I will cast those 100% of the time. From there, I think we can take it kind of slow with him. So let's go for, like, Dodge and roll this turn and just defend. We just don't want to take any damage if we can help it. It's okay to take a couple points here and there, but footwork is pretty easy to go for, and I guess we just pass. I just want to try to deal damage. We could have used leg sweep, but I don't think it was necessary there. Well, thankfully, we actually have burst and some double defense here. Although we only need 1 defend, but... Oh boy. Yeah, we can just kill you. Okay. I was a little worried there for a second, then I was like, wait, your life total actually is pretty bad. Ooh, we get Skewer. Skewer is actually the offensive card we were kind of looking for. I do want to upgrade this ASAP. Ancient He said, every time we enter a rest set, we enter combat with 2 additional energy, which is actually really good with Ring of the Snake because we get 2 additional cards. I would like to Smith here, and I think we go for the Skewer. It's probably the best option so that we can actually start applying some pretty good beats, some pretty good pressure, especially if we draw that turn 1. Especially if we draw that turn 1. I tried. I think we put the 6 poison on him. Yeah, we don't have like Ice Cream to be able to roll over any of this either, so that kind of sucks. Okay, well, we do have leg sweep and dodge and roll and footwork, so we're going to do that this turn. I only casted that so that we can get the extra trigger on the ink bottle, in case you were wondering. We do a burst and crippling poison, so I 100% will do that. That is really good for us, honestly. Yep, and yep. And we can block all the damage, so do we need to go? We're going to be taking 1 from the burn. I don't think we need to go for the piercing wail just yet. We could potentially try to find a better turn for that. Just apply pressure, honestly. We don't need the leg sweep right away, so let's go. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Deal 40? Good dodge and roll. He actually is going to be attacking us next turn, but I think we can find enough block. We have so much block in the deck. I should be fine. He's not going for his big turn yet because he only has 4 flames active. Man, we only drew 1 defend. That is very unlucky. And these don't even break his armor. That's unfortunate. We're taking 5. We're still doing okay, though. I can't really complain too much. Definitely go for the flying knee. Do I need the leg sweep right now? I don't think I do. Doesn't really matter what block we put up there as long as we put up a block, because they all will block his 6 damage incoming. Neutralize, dodge and roll, defend. Just play out the hand. Taking what? 7 damage? Okay. This is actually going pretty well, though. We got to kill him before we get those shuffle back in, which looks like we did. GG's. Got him. Still Chaos is going to be very helpful. Ooh. Oh, boy. So let's go down the lineup here. We have Unload, which is a deal 14, but discard all non-attack cards. This is actually really good. Discarding all non-attack cards does sound painful, but you can make this work in your benefit and be able to cast all of your skills and stuff and powers before you actually cast it. And dealing 14 for 1 mana is fantastic. And the fact that it doesn't exhaust is just crazy. We have Corpse Explosion, which is probably going to be our pick, which is apply 6 poison whenever the enemy dies. Deal damage equal to the enemy's max HP to all other enemies. This is a great poison card. And we have 1,000 Cuts, which is probably the weakest card here, but still a decent one. It is just a power. Whenever you play a card, deal 1 damage to all enemies. So clearly we're taking the Corpse Explosion. From here, we don't have any ways to be able to discard. So Hovering Kite I don't think is going to take the cake. So whenever you discard the first card each turn, you gain extra energy. We have Calling Bell, which will give us the Cursed Bell, which is just an unplayable card that we can't ever get rid of. But it gives us 3 random relics. And we have Empty Cage, which is just going to remove 2 cards from our deck, which I think we're just going to go with the Empty Cage, unfortunately. Yeah, I think we are. Like, if we had ways to be able to discard, I would go definitely for the Kite. I don't think getting random relics here is really worthwhile, and I'd rather just make our deck more consistent with poison and stuff, so. All right, where are we at? 23 minutes. Okay, we can definitely squeeze 1 more in here. We have 358 gold, so I would like to hit a shop. So, like, going this way is not a terrible option. Just a matter of, like, which direction do we want to go in to fight an elite? And it looks like this one might be the best one, which we can at least hit 2 campfires to upgrade 2 more cards potentially. So, yeah, let's go for it. What do we got? Crippling Cloud to prevent all the damage being dealt to us this turn. We don't have a burst, unfortunately, so seems reasonable here. Unfortunately, not the upgrade one. So, but if we were to put you on, we put you on that one because he's going to be dealing more damage than the other ones. And I guess we're just Flying Knee. Who do we want a Flying Knee? We'll go for the weakest one. Actually, do you want to go for the weakest one? I think we go for the one that's going to be upgrading. Yeah. He's going to be buffing himself, so. Because these guys might just be buffing themselves this turn. They are not, but that's fine. We're still looking okay. Skewer can just take this middle guy out if we want to. Is that worth it? And we can set up a footwork. Is that correct? This is only going to deal... Well, we can kill him with the poison. Okay. He's dead. Yeah, the cloud is just delicious. We get corpse explosion. Yes, indeed. You are the weakest one, so clearly we will do that to you. We only need to deal you 2 damage, so you're going to be dead here. Yeah, that's it. Yes, corpse explosion. Bane is going to be very helpful because we will be poisoning enemies, so dealing 20 damage for a Bane plus. Oh, deliciousness. Let's see what we get. Huh. Well, I think 100% we're going to be taking Noxious Fumes, and then we have Chemical X, which Chemical X will be very helpful with our Skewer, because it'll be +2 to the X always. So even if we have 0 mana, it'll still deal 20 damage. I think that is going to be the pick. And then we should have enough money to be able to go for Deadly Poison and Noxious Fumes, so yes. 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 From there... Let's see. We don't really need a Dagger Spray since we have the Corpse Explosion right now and Crippling Cloud. Do we remove a card from our deck? Or do we want a... Because like none of these other cards really stand out to me as being something that's super duper beneficial to us. Like Backstab is fine. I just don't think we need Backstab. I mean, there are a lot of, like, multiple enemies, so, like, Dagger Spray is definitely a consideration. I think we are valuing more card removal service and probably a poison potion. Can't do both, obviously. I think we go just for the card removal service. Like, we have pretty decent potions already. And if we're going to get rid of anything, we should probably get rid of the strikes. Since if we're going for we're going for like the defensive poison route right now, so let's go. Unfortunately, poison doesn't do very much against this guy, but what can you do? You can't win them all, right? This will deal 50 damage. Like, does that not seem correct to you? Because that seems correct to me. It's just like, it's so much damage. That's why Chemical X is really cool. Let's see here. Well, Corpse Explosion is just going to get, nullified from his artifact. We can just go for like Footwork, Leg Sweep this turn so we can set up the Footwork for following turns and be able to remove another artifact from him. This is not a good turn for me. I can't kill you? 31? 12 and 20? Nope. So do we use a potion here? I think we do. I think we use Distilled Chaos. Okay. Didn't quite work out the way I wanted there, but we can only deal 20. Do I really want to use both potions to make sure I don't take 14 damage? Oh. Like, it's sad because I think it's actually correct. I just think our life total is more valuable here. Terror doesn't really do anything for the style of deck we're going for, so I think if we choose anything, it's going to be a Bane. And I think those 2 cards are just better than Choke right here, obviously. Because Choke is more for, like, the Shiv deck, because you can cast a bunch of 0-mana attack cards, which we're not really doing. We're going to be casting a bunch of skills. So it's either Bane or Max HP are the 2 decisions, and I think picking up a second Bane here is not an awful choice. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to inflict poison. Yeah, I think going for a Bane is actually reasonable enough here. We don't need another store unless we want to try to pick up a potion, but I don't think we need a potion right away. Let's see here. Crippling... and burst sound pretty good. We're going to take some damage from doing that, but I don't know. I just think it's just so powerful. And we're going to neutralize this one. So yeah, we take 6 because of that, but we guarantee the bird's going to be dead next turn, and we just soften up the chosen. And Bane deals more damage right now than Skewer, so we're going to go for Skewer, and then we're going to go for... I'm sorry, we're going to go for Bane first, and then we're going to go for Skewer. And now they're both dead. That worked out great. Deflect or upgraded dagger spray. Outmaneuver is not terrible either, but I just don't think we're at that point where we don't have enough ways to draw cards to take advantage of it. So dagger spray is a pretty good AoE though, especially if it's upgraded. And deflect is obviously going to be a good block too. I think we go for a dagger spray though, because we probably need like at least one more AoE. This is just not really a great turn, but it's okay. I could obviously opt out of this combat too, which is probably not terrible. Yeah. It's looking like that might be the actual choice here. We do have leg sweep and defend, so we can put up enough block for this turn at the very least. So if we take too much damage in a turn, I will escape from this, but I just want to see if we can actually take him out. I really need to cast these, but if I do, I'm going to take damage. Dodge and roll and defend is probably the play for this turn. That way we don't take any damage. But we're just not taking advantage of anything here. That's the problem. And we're going to be taking damage here. We're going to be taking 2. No, because we're going to be crippling poisoning. So okay. Okay. We're not taking any damage yet. We have a deadly poison. Skewer is going to deal 50 damage. And it looks like we are just shy of being able to kill you with that. Is it worth taking 9 damage over this? Because we can definitely kill him on the following turn. He's just going to die to the poison in the following. I think it's worth taking 9 here. Like, if we're only taking 9 damage from this fight, I'm pretty happy. And yeah, we'll just pass turn. You're dead. Anything good? Another burst? Oh, do we do it? I think we do it. I think we do it. If I go this way, I can potentially hit another campfire. So let's do that. Smith. What do we want to smith here? How much does this go up to? 9. That's not really worth it. I do think like Noxious Fumes is probably the best choice. Yeah, it's clearly just better than everything else here. I'd say like leg sweep, adrenaline, footwork. Those are all pretty good choices. Burst, obviously, too. The other neutralize, also pretty good. But I think like Noxious Fumes is priority numero uno. An extra poison every turn just stacks up. It does so much damage over the course of the game. We can't escape here, so let's see. Let's do the same thing here, and we'll see what we can do first. We can go for a double leg sweep, and if we leg sweep, we're gonna leg sweep on the Centurion, which is the knight. Let's start there. So we're going to be taking no damage. And then what? We can like deadly poison this one, skewer the other one for 30. Or we can just skewer this one for 40 and make it so that way it dies to 2 strikes next turn. Let's go for that. If I can take out one of them next turn, that'd be great. So nice. Yes, let's go for the adrenaline, see what we get. We get dagger spray, so clearly we will do that. Perfect. That worked out great. So far we haven't taken any damage, so if I can keep it that way, I'll be very, very, very happy. I mean, yeah, we take no damage, right? Oh, we discard the footwork. No! That sucks. We do a piercing wail this turn. We also have crippling and dodge and roll. Dodge and roll is not going to block all of his damage, though. Crippling... Actually, we should just go for the crippling regardless. So, 9 damage. I think we just go for the piercing wail. We're going to take 4 here. We'll just make it so we take no damage, and he's going to be obviously eating poison damage every single turn, so... Well... I guess we're just going to follow the same rules, like, let him die to poison. It's just... This is why we put all the defensive cards into our deck, so... We have another deadly poison. I think we take that. We're going to be fighting an elite, so I'm questioning whether or not we actually want to heal here. We heal 21, which does kind of waste a little bit of the healing. I don't think we need to, though. I think we can either go for a smith or a recall here, but we can save the recall for later on. Since I think upgrading here is just more beneficial for the longevity of this these matches and stuff. Let's see here. We don't really have enough mana to be able to take advantage of a double burst yet, so I don't think we're going to be going for that. Corpse Explosion is definitely not on the list here because we just need it for the secondary ability, not the Apply 6 poison. So it comes down to what? Dodge and Roll is pretty good, Neutralize is pretty good, Footwork's pretty good, and Leg Sweep is pretty good. So those are all 3 good options, I would say. Adrenaline, I don't know if I mentioned Adrenaline, but Adrenaline's really good, so... but Adrenaline's a one-time use, so I don't really want to upgrade Adrenaline or Piercing Wail because they're one-time uses. I think Leg Sweep is probably just the best out of all of these. I don't know. Neutralize also kind of does a similar thing. Neutralize might just be better. 3 extra block. Since we're always going to be casting Neutralize regardless, I think that takes the cake here. Because every time we draw it, we're going to be casting it. We'll get the boot. Okay, sure. Actually, the boot is... no, we're not taking the boot. We're taking the Sapphire Key. The boot's just not very good. Sorry, boot. Okay. Well, clearly we're setting up Noxious. I guess we go for an Adrenaline, see where that leads us. Corpse Explosion. Well... I think that's reasonable. I'm actually thinking we double deadly poison him. Put Corpse Explosion on 1. He's going to be putting a block on all these, though. This is tough. I think we go for the double deadly poison here. Go for the Corpse Explosion on one of these. And we can Bane him. So he will kill the other one. And he will go for the buff on them, which means that it was for naught. I was thinking he wasn't going to be attacking there. That's weird. Okay. Well, it's not the end of the world yet. Yeah, we're not going to be able to go for the Skewer, so... I think we just go for the piercing, and sure, we'll defend all of the damage. This still deals 2 damage, so that's actually like really good. The Chemical X is like, ugh. Honestly, if we could find another Skewer, I'd be very happy. Yeah, I mean, we're not just like casting our hand. Is that? I don't know why I paused there because I was just like, is there anything for Burst to do? But there's nothing. There's nothing Burst can do. He's going to be dying this turn too. Sure, we just pass the turn. Goodbye. Run, retreat. Ooh, we get 2 non-boss relics for the next 2 chests we open. Pretty good. Do we take another deadly poison? Die 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 is also pretty good too. I like Die 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 because it... I mean, I wish obviously it didn't have exhaust because dealing 13 to all enemies is really good, but I also like having Die 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 be exhaust because you only have to cast it once and then you no longer need it. You no longer get to draw it in your deck, which means you can find the other like poisons and stuff like that. Do we need like another deadly poison though? And I don't think we do because like we have plenty of ways to enable poison already. I think we do take the Die Die Die. This one might be one that we escape from, but let's see where this leads first. I don't have to commit to that just yet, so... Man, I would love to get footwork in play, but I think the poison is just better. Nah, the footwork has to be better here. Footwork just has to be. Okay. Do we prevent all the damage? No, we do not. Do we escape then? I just don't want to take damage. So I think we're going to smoke bomb here. If we had a way to be able to block up that turn fully, I think I would have gone for it, but... Because then there's like... do we want to transform anything? There's like no real reason to be able... There's... As long as you don't take any damage on a fight, then it's definitely worth for you to have that fight. Are there any cards that are just like dead in this deck right now? And I'm going to say no. We just rarely get the opportunity to be able to transform anything. Like, we could just get rid of, like, a strike. Getting rid of a strike is not terrible. There's, like... I feel like everything else fits the theme of the deck. Flying Knee is, like, the only thing I feel like that's kind of out of place, but if you're going to be going for Flying Knee, like, why wouldn't you go for a strike first? It's just way better than a strike, so... And obviously Skewer doesn't fit either, but like Skewer with Chemical X, you know, you'd be silly to get rid of that. I think we're going to go for a strike. We get Bane. Okay. We just transformed a strike into a better strike. Okay. I'm not going to be upset about that. Let's go for an Adrenaline, see where that leads. We have Die Die Die. We also can leg sweep this turn too if we want. We have no way to apply poison. I think I will apply 2 weak. Maybe not. Maybe it's just better to go for the weak on this one. I don't think we need the leg sweep. Man, that's unfortunate. Would have liked to have had that that footwork, but that's okay. So we can kill him, which means how much do we need? We need 4, so I have room for 1 more attack here. We need 4 triggers of Skewer to be able to kill him because he was at 31 and not 30. That seemed reasonable, though. 1 down. I mean, we're going to be hexed, but, like, we have to do this. Do we have a way to be able to kill you this turn? This will deal 10. Fortunately, the crippling poison is not going to kill you. Oh, boy, we're going to take damage. Well, clearly we go for the Bane. We don't have enough damage. Man. So we're going to be taking 10 here. That is very unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I could have obviously used the duplication potion to make sure we took 5, but I don't think this is worth 5 health. I think it's worth way more. You are dead. Dang, we took a little bit more damage than I was hoping on that fight, but that's okay. Piercing Wail numero dos. Are you worth it, my friend? You are really good against the heart. Who are we fighting? Ooh, it actually is pretty good against this guy, too. This is... what's his name? Oh, my God. I'm really bad with names, so... I barely remember my own name half the time, but this is the guy that has the flaming eyeballs. He sits on a sits on like a throne, basically, of thorns, and has 2 lantern heads that he pulls. He has attack with him. I'm thinking we go for the piercing wail then. See, that or 2 max HP. Piercing wail, I think, is going to save us more damage over the long run. Upgrading a card or getting rid of another strike. I think getting rid of another strike is just better for us here. Yeah. I don't know. Upgrading. We upgrade 6 cards. 6 cards there. I don't think actually getting rid of a strike is going to be like as powerful as upgrading all the defends and you know. I don't think it's worth it. I would like to rest here, but we have pantographs. I don't need to. We can smith. Do we want to smith, or do we want to just collect our key? Do we want to collect our key? What would we want for this matchup? Like, upgrading footwork's pretty good. It's always good. Dodge and roll is never a bad thing, too, but I think footwork gets the cake over dodge and roll here. Leg sweep too, but I think footwork gets the upgrade over leg sweep. Yeah, we're coming back to the... like, we don't need to upgrade any of these cards. They're fine. But we can always pick up, I think, the keepies later. I think we'll just pick it up now. That way we just don't even have to worry about it. Alright, so we have 2 potions. We have a power potion, which I will definitely use and see what we're going to have the option of going for here. After image and tools of the trade. I think we go for the after image. Just going to generate us like 3 to 5 block like every turn. Tools of trade is pretty good though. This is the uncommon you're looking for if you're going for the Shiv deck, by the way. And upgraded deals 5 damage. It's actually really good. I think after image is going to be our best option though. We're just going to set them all up. We can leg sweep to prevent him from dealing damage to us next turn. Is that better than just going for a 60 damage skewer? We actually could go for the duplication potion on the skewer here. Is that better than just going for, like, saving that for like a turn we need like an AoE or something? I feel like we should use this. He's almost at like half health. Like, that has to be right. Burst and crippling poison sound really good here. We're going to be taking 8 damage, I think? 10 damage. Okay. Right, we have after image, so we're actually only taking 7. See, after image is doing some work here. I do think we're going to need to defend, but... 4 damage to one of these, kill the other one. Unfortunately, it feels like such a waste to do that, but... that's only going to deal you nothing. It's going to deal you nothing because you have 15 block up. Okay. That was pretty decent. I don't think we need the corpse explosions. Let's go for the double deadly. We have... all these attacks here. Let's go. Wonder if we're ever going to pick up a catalyst. Because catalyst will be sweet with burst. Alright, we're looking pretty good. He's dead next turn, so we already won this fight. Let's go. Ooh. Well, I think Unload is definitely the worst thing here. After Image you saw was pretty good, but I actually think After Image is better for the Shiv decks because you're casting so many 0-mana cards. Wraith Form is just like the clear pick. Like being able to Intangible 2 and losing a little bit of decks every turn, is painful. But if we basically spend the first couple of turns, like against, like, say, the Heart, and just apply as much poison as possible, and then we basically, if we have an upgraded Wraith Form, it would be 3 intangible, we can just sit there for 3 turns and let the poison do its job. So clear Wraith Form pick. OP, OP, OP. And then we have 3 options here. We're definitely not going to be taking the Black Star at this point because we're not going to be fighting, at least we're hoping we're not going to be fighting any, if many, elites, and that's what this is good for. So this is like good for like at the end of Act 1 going into Act 2 where you can actually like fight 2 elites and not get super duper punished. That's where Black Star is just like a really good one. Slaver's Collar is my old usual pick. It's my old reliable from before. During boss and elite combats, gain 1 energy at the start of your turn, but that's only during boss and elite combat. So it is really good when you're against bosses and elites, but everything else, you're kind of screwed. And we have Busted Crown. Cracked Crown is actually from Binding of Isaac. So gain extra energy at the start of your turn, but future card rewards have 2 less cards, 2 less options to choose from. So every time we defeat a combat, you notice how we get 3 options for cards. Well, 2 of those will be taken away. We only get 1 option. But we're at a point where we actually don't need like any cards. I would say it'd be nice to have like a Catalyst. That would be probably the only thing that we really desperately need for this deck. That's really it. Like, we're at a point where we have a deck that can potentially defeat the Heart. We just need like Catalyst. That's really it. And we're not going to be really taking very many cards going up to this next round. So I think we're going to be taking Busted Crown. But that is we're about 52 minutes in. So yeah, I think this is where I'm about to call it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I am very interested to see where this goes. We picked up a poison strategy. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know about you. This is probably the best silent run we've had thus far. We are just missing like 1 key piece, which is Catalyst. And if we can pick up Catalyst, I will feel really, really, really good about fighting the Heart. We can still obviously lose it if we end up dying before him, but we have enough block, we have enough poison. We just need ways to cascade the poison, which Catalyst, if you don't know what it does, it doubles all poison on all enemies. And it has exhaust, so it's a one-time use. But if you upgrade it, it triples all poison on enemies, and which means we can just make the Heart fight a cakewalk, is what it comes down to, because we just literally just have to keep defending every turn. And we have things like 2 Piercing Wails in the deck already to be able to prevent those key turns as long as we draw them on the correct turns. But we also have just plenty of block. Like I could see us picking up like a Footwork to be able to get more dexterity. That would be very beneficial. So I would say like Footworks and Catalysts are just what I'm looking for. I think that's all we need left for the deck, unless there's like something that really stands out as being a really powerful poison card or really powerful defensive card. I think that's just all we want. That's what's going to do it for this run. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It truly does help out the channel. I appreciate all of you that are leaving comments down below and leaving likes on the channel, because it really does just give me a little extra boost, a little gusto, a little pep in my step to want to be able to record more. So thank you guys so much for everything you've been doing lately. The support and the love is just always appreciated. So with that being said, make sure you guys do something positive today. Just one small thing every single day. It just takes one small thing to move your life forward. So just do something small. Do something small. Eat something a little healthier today. Make a better choice. Go for that walk. Start maybe thinking about a project. Just work on one small thing. It's all about baby steps. And you can usually cascade, one small good thing you do for yourself into many big small things. That sounds weird. Many small things that add up to a big thing. So That is inevitably how I grew my business. That's inevitably how I've, had every relationship. It's just you start with one small thing and you just keep adding on to it every day, and you'll eventually get to something bigger. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Good luck and grind on.